This Metatainment production is brought to you today by the Samurai Aquatics and Decor Metaventure. Scan that QR code or click that link in the description and dive yourself headfirst into the Samurai Aquatics Discord server to pleasure your peepers on our current and future range of outdoor decor.
The Whine and Cheese show is a Metaverse and NFT discussion and interview series brought to you by Metaverse Ventures Entertainment and host BEN68 and Morecheese. Warning: the information and opinions within are solely the views of the individuals involved and contains content not suitable for anyone.
You can't get me because I clipped this. It's not the same thing. Wah, wah, wah. G'day and thanks for listening to or watching the Whine and Cheese and the Metaverse show podcast. I'm BEN68 here with my co-host Morecheese for episode 63, recording on Friday the 16th of December for Cheese, which is Saturday the 17th for me.
Today, we whined a bit about Upland. We don't always, but sometimes you have to. We also talked about all the amazing prizes we'll be giving away next Tuesday for everybody. There's one section in there for the UDU, but mostly it's for everybody. TRUMP NFTs, Roblox, Walmart, chilling Metaverse warnings, and cringe Metaverse moments.
That's right, sickos. We are back to pollute your ear and eye holes with our unique brand of nonsense. So get ready to consume another super shitty episode of
You better not clip this. 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 The worst show ever.
Whine and cheese. Time for wine and cheese. Wine and cheese. Time for wine and cheese. Cheese. One is a wanker, one's slinging stunts. One's from Australia, one's from the Bronx. Talking about the Metaverse and NFTs. Interviewing all the real crypto G's.
Hello, welcome to episode 63 of the Whine and Cheese and the Metaverses show. This is Morecheese with my co-host BEN68.
We're back.
We're back. Where were we?
We missed last week.
Oh yeah, I was sick. Oh my fucking god! I'm sorry, people.
Schedule kerfuffles, half dead cheese. Yes, and I was stressed out of my mind with in real life work, so
yeah,
it was kind of good to take a little bit of a break.
It was. I was still thinking about everyone. I was sad, but what can you do?
What can you do? Well, apparently you can go and pump Trump's ego. Did you see the Trump NFTs?
Yes, I sent this to you.
Yes.
Is it wrong that I want one?
Well, you can't. It's sold out. So if you want one, you're going to have to pay big dollars on OpenSea.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to be able to afford those second. This guy is crazy.
I mean, I'll put the link in the description. You have to. We're not going to play the clip, obviously, because you won't be able to hear it. You have to see it and hear it to believe it. It is awesome. I just loved every second of it. It was so good. Like, I am a massive Trump fan. Now, I didn't say I'm a Trump supporter. I've got zero interest in American politics, absolute zero, but I am a huge Trump fan. I mean, how can you not be a fan of the world's biggest and best troll? You know, the guy just approaches everything with zero humility and just absolute ego. And this did not let down. It was just pure gold from start to finish. I mean, wow. This is your former president of the United States of America pimping out an NFT project where all of the images of him are of him in like superhero poses and all this sort of stuff. It was just hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. I loved it.
They described it as Cards Against the Humanity. Trump's
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
So yes, Trump sells out his NFT trading cards depicting him as a hero, ranking in over 1 million. But it goes on to say that it's sold 4.5 million, I think. I mean,
Wow.
this kind of picture just sums it up. Like if you listen on Spotify, Trump kissy face. Like, what can you say about the guy? He's a reality TV star. He's a, drug addict. He's just the world's best troll. He's the former president. It's just so funny. Like the amount of makeup he wears. I mean,
he's living his best life on our expense.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, how do you not be a fan of the guy? I mean, even if you hate him, come on, surely deep down under there, you must just admire it, the just lack of fucks that he gives. He does not give a fuck. It's so funny. But yes, the NFTs were.
Scares me.
Oh, you just got to look at it and you just got to laugh. I mean, geez. Well, I suppose because I'm not American, I don't have to be as horrified or whatever, but.
That's true. It's not in your backyard. It's in ours. We have to deal with it. You just get to laugh at it.
Looking from afar, it's just so funny. Holy crap. But yes, the NFTs were originally priced at $99 each, but some have since gone on to sell for thousands of dollars. They pretty much sold out immediately. So, yes.
I wonder how much he had his royalties set at.
Well, it says down at the bottom, it says, I don't know if it was this article, maybe. It says the original profit estimate for the creators of the NFTs was around 4.5 million, and it is still unclear as to whether Trump will be receiving any sales profits.
Oh, he will.
But would he even care about $1 million? It's surely he's not doing this for a financial gain. It's purely as a look at me. I'm in with the cool kids in the latest.
No, he's being sued a lot. He needs to keep these suits going so he doesn't actually have to show. Like, he has figured out a way to not show up in court, and it's just by kind of like lagging the hearings, like not going and putting them off, or doing, like, he has a big law team. I feel like he does need the money, to be honest.
Interesting. Yeah. Well, like I said, we won't dive too much into the politics of it all because, that's very divisive or whatever. But like I said, I'm just a huge fan of just the circus that surrounds him. It's just hilarious. So, yes, it says here, one card featuring Trump holding the Statue of Liberty's torch was selling for nearly $24,000.
Wow. Well,
Yes.
all right. So I want to bring up something else. There are celebrities such as, oh my gosh, that tennis star.
Serena, was it
Williams,
Serena or the other Williams? Yeah.
And other big names, Justin Bieber and other people who are getting slapped with lawsuits for promoting the Bored Apes thing because they did it. Yeah. So, like, what's to say he's not going to get another class action against him on this? Like, doesn't matter. He doesn't show up anyway. So,
yeah, we talked a bit about this a little bit on the UDU podcast. I think the difference is that in those cases, they were essentially pimping out a product they had no direct association with, where this is clearly Trump is pimping his own product out. So there would probably be some kind of loophole there, I guess. But I just did a quick image search of some of these cards. Like, it's just so funny. Lightning bolts coming out of his eyes. He's a cowboy. He's an astronaut. He's a boxer. He's a superhero. It's just so funny. It's just hilarious. If I had the opportunity to get one of these, I definitely would have minted one for sure.
Oh yeah, same.
Just for the hilarious cringe factor. Yeah, I mean, it's just, what can you say? You just got to shake your head and laugh. I love it. Yes. Speaking of shaking your head and laughing, did you see that one of the racetracks that was submitted to be voted on for Upland, one of them that was in the East Coast was in Santa Clara? It has since been fixed, I believe, but oh my God, the interns.
Yeah. My boogie down didn't win. I was pretty sad. I'm gonna go on a vent. I'm gonna whine. Like,
Unleash, go for it.
so I was talking in the cafe and I heard that like they were only kind of choosing racetracks that were built on collections. And I don't know, I don't think it's fair to those of us who worked so hard on developing these neighborhoods, putting the time in, work ethic in to kind of like promote Upland and promote all this community stuff that we're doing and whatnot, and just to have it kind of like go to random collections, and then like they mess up putting something in there. And like I was telling you earlier, and I'm gonna say it, like we have, you and I haven't even been tapped on the shoulder to do any interviews with Upland. And it's kind of disheartening. I mean, you were making me feel better about it, and I'm usually the cheerful cheese, you know, and you're the whiner, but this episode I'm gonna be the whiner, man. I'm getting tired. I'm getting like I feel unseen, and I know that like that motivates you, but I guess I need more help with that. I need.
Yeah, as I think I said, it just comes back to the base motivations. Like, why do I do this show, the other show? Why do I do what I do? I do it because it's fun, and I do it with people that I enjoy. As far as getting official recognition, we've never received any official recognition for anything. So, but we don't. The flip side of that is we don't chase it either. So
We don't chase it.
so
But I
I'd
mean, like a little cookie now and then would be nice. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I think, well, it does suck. Like they're pushing for decentralization or whatever they, you can say that in one breath, but in the reality is that they are gatekeepers for everything, whether it be metaventure applications, whether it be tracks or whatever. You got to get past the front gates, and there's no way of getting past that. There's personalized aspects to that. I think I don't really believe. I guess I don't really believe that there's that much at play on that angle. I think that would be approaching it far more from a economic perspective. So I would not be surprised. Like I haven't looked myself, but I wouldn't be surprised if most of those tracks that were selected are in areas that have a lot of unminted properties.
Well, they said that they're collections, so they wouldn't be.
No, they're not, because some of them are like some of the ones that I looked at, they're not collections at all. So who said that?
In the cafe.
Yeah.
What's his name? I Miss You Money.
I'll just pull it up, but I didn't
Because he
spot
says
any that were
Fast and
collections.
Furious is in the URCA EXC collection. Roller
What's that?
Coaster, I don't know, is Santa Catarina collection. Rio Promenade is in AV Atlantica Copacabana, and Detroit downtown is in downtown. Cumberland River is in Nashville downtown. New York City Racing is in the financial district and Tribeca. HB Whale is in Cross Bay Boulevard.
Maybe there is something to that then. See, yeah, but I definitely think they'd be approaching it more from an economic perspective. I mean, there has to be some reason. From what I've seen, it hasn't been selected based on like how developed those areas are or anything like that.
It should be, because it's like, Elijah from the Real Node LA. He was pretty bummed as well. Like, he's another big name who works really hard. He has so much out there. He has his Discord, he has his show, he has this room dedicated to awesome. Upland. And they've never even interviewed him either. Like, we do 2 shows a week. I don't know. This is just a vent, just a whine. I'm not like I said before, Upland is my happy place and I'm not going to stop, but I don't know. It's just a little bit disheartening.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but we do what we do and we keep doing what we do. I mean, I think it would make more sense to me to have these racetracks in areas that are more fully developed, that have more of a community presence behind them. Like it doesn't make sense to me that any random person could, like those ones that are in Manhattan or whatever, you can't tell me the person that submitted that has major holdings there or whatever. It's not the case. Like any person could submit a track for anything, but there's no, they don't have a connection to that. Like there's no monetary gain for them. There's no community developed behind it. Like
There
what's
would be
the
more activity.
like why wouldn't the Botafogo Bay in Rio, like I was very surprised. Surely they would have submitted their track, and
yeah.
they have a massive community behind it. You know, all sorts of layer 2, you know, Web3 stuff associated with that. Like for that to be overlooked, that's a kind of huge missed opportunity. You know,
there's
but
no
at the
boots
end
on
of
the
the day,
ground. There.
well,
It's like whatever they're watching or listening to, or is the same people they have on their shows. It's never new, like up and coming people. I don't know.
yes, we'll see. I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to get the ability to make our own tracks if they come through with their promises.
If they come
we'll
through
make
with
our
their
own tracks.
promises, because like remember, we let the neighborhood rating thing slide off because they decided to change the rules, even though they took our name.
Yeah, with nodes. Yeah, no, it is what it is. Ultimately, anything that the community creates is going to be way better than what they put up anyway. I mean, look at the structure ornaments. You know, the structure ornaments that have been user generated are always way better than the generic ones that they put out. Which, speaking of structure ornaments, here we are again. 17th of December for me, still no Christmas structure ornaments. What possible explanation is there for this?
There's
we
none,
already
because
have
they're doing the carnival thing, which isn't until what, end of January, February.
Well, it's too late now to do like user generated structure ornaments for Christmas for this year, but we have them all from last year. You know, there's zero reason we couldn't just put them on now. Like it's crazy. I don't see any point to holding off unless, like I mentioned in the UDU podcast, unless they're trying to fix up the back end, because they know as soon as they, well, maybe that's the key. As soon as they put the green light on for the structure ornaments, then the white screen crashes go through the roof. And if they've still got FIFA World Cup stuff, obviously they don't want to be associated with an app that just crashes endlessly. So who knows? Yes, but you were saying you don't get those crashes on your PC when you're scrolling around? No. Oh, it's basically unplayable on mobile. You have to turn them off, so it's a bit of a weird one.
Yeah.
But speaking of the old Upland, let's just have a check in on here. So yeah, currently at the moment we've got the historic Tour de Football going on in Porto and Rio. Are you getting involved in that?
No.
Are you still doing you were last time we were speaking, you were chasing all around the place listing your World Cup legits all over the globe?
Yeah, I'm making a lot of money. I just made like $25 this morning and I put them in last night. So I mean, I have really good prices on them. I just want the fiat. And I actually fiated out for the first time ever.
That was for Solly's present.
Yeah.
Good on you.
I fiated out.
Nice. Don't forget to put some aside for the tax man.
Oh yeah. I mean, it was only $100.
That's right, then. You won't get stung. So yes, you did mention the carnival ornament contest before I cut you off with my raging.
Yeah, like they could do this. Why couldn't they do the other one? Like, and then do this right after? Yep,
they could have done it, but it should have been set up mid-November if they were going to do Christmas, structure ornaments again. I just don't know why everything's last minute. Like I said, they know Christmas is coming up. It's the same time every year.
Christmas is huge. It's not like Thanksgiving or Valentine's or I don't know.
Yes.
Like I'm not even religious and I celebrate it just because it's Christmas.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, we still have World Cup stuff going on. The prediction challenge. Who did you vote for? Did you vote?
France.
Yeah, me too. So and they're still in the mix, isn't it? France and Argentina
Uh-huh.
in the final on Monday, I believe. So
Yeah. Don't
I'm
cry
not
for
gonna.
me, Argentina.
Well, I'm not gonna have a happy workplace if Argentina wins.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, Brazilians are not massive fans of Argentina.
Oh man.
So yes, we've got the FIFA World Cup Challenge going on as well, where you can win the stadium. There's all sorts of classic stuff going on with that.
Well,
I
I think
believe
isn't the FIFA World Cup thing like all you have to do is just kind of buy and sell stuff, trade stuff.
it's all about the fan score
Oh,
for the stadium. Like if you want to win the stadium, you got to have the highest fan score, and then there's all sorts of prizes going
look
down
at
the list.
Abdullah. Look at him go. Look at Shaq Dylan.
Yeah, Shaki's up
Wow.
there. So Abdullah. Oh, this must have been just updated because when I looked previously, Shackleton was in like 13th or something.
Oh wow.
So she's taken a huge jump.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Yeah, hopefully this is still getting updated. But yeah, I mean, Abdullah's nearly three times the score of the next, closest person. So what do we got? Abdullah. I know there's a couple of names I've never heard of here. Ifali,
Yeah.
Shirahanza Raza, Macon, haven't heard of. The Matrixes, Ustag, yeah, I've heard of him. Shackleton, Iderberg, Sunni Minded, that's cool. Tommy Yachts, yes, Brady Central, but there's a lot of unknown names there.
Oh, look, I'm gonna see it. It's there. 25.
Oh, it's just out of my screen. I can't see that down low. So yeah, that's cool. But yes, if you want to take a stab at the number one spot and try and knock Abdullah off his perch, you're gonna need some deep pockets. Deep pockets. Yes. So that's all that's happening there. I don't know. Anything else happening in Upland?
My showroom is finished.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what I want to do for next week for Tuesday is put the names in there that help me out. I'm gonna give everybody 5 wax.
Yep.
And then the winner is gonna get 50 wax.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mentioned on the UDU podcast, I had a great buyer picked up a massive over 4,000 up squared property in San Francisco for 900K, which was just over mint price. And I think I'll build a second large factory there. I'm currently building a large factory where's that one? In Fresno. Mm-hmm. And DTech and Upland are helping out with that one. I think that's got 19 days to go. And I've also got one an original one in San Francisco building. That's also got 19 days to go. I did look at getting the UCC to contract for that, but I actually went private. I rented whatever the max is. I think the max is 40 Spark is the max. So I had a bit of a think and I thought to myself, who do I know that's got 40 Spark? And I tapped old mate Bocchio on the shoulder and he's hooked me up with a nice price. So, yes, thank you, Bock. So, see how we go there. Yeah, so I'm finishing off one build right.
There. He eventually rented us the Spark.
Yes. So yeah, there's 40 Spark being used there. And then I will have to take a bit of a break for a while because we've got some of my Spark will be used for prizes in what we've got
I saw that.
Oh, before we get into that, there's one more thing on Upland to dive into. The long-awaited Upland communication is coming to town. Did you see this?
Uh-huh. I don't know. I wasn't really waiting for it. I'm okay with Discord, but a lot of this makes a lot of people happy, so I'm happy for it.
Yes. So what we have on screen is an example only screenshot of what it will look like. this looks like some horrendous copy and paste action. I don't know why they've set this up like this. All that I can really see that's different on this screen is that we have a speech bubble icon on the left. That's all that I'm noticing that's different. So I guess you click on that and that opens up an ability to chat. Now, what's chat going to be all about? Well,
give me a property for this amount.
Yeah. It's going to be basically from what we've been told. Now, if I go to Discord, it's not going to share screen, is it? So I can't get in trouble. You're still on that page?
Yeah, I still see the message. Who is the
Perfect,
photographer?
So we got a little bit of, within the UCN channels, we got a little bit of a heads up about what was dropping and what was going on. So basically, they're going to start with a limited number of channels. So it's going to be kind of Discordy. So there'll be some specific channels in there, I guess, for open chat or something. I'm not sure.
Oh, wow.
And they're treating it as a test launch to make sure everything's running smoothly. Of course, they're going to be adding channels along the way. So it sounds like they're kind of, although they do say that Discord is here to stay, but it does sound like they're trying to merge more of Discord into the app. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm a fan of trying to keep track of conversations in the app, outside the app, like it's pick one or the other. It's like that emoji with the big kid with the cookies. He doesn't know which one to choose. Yes.
Stop. No, I want a cookie.
Yeah, so it seems like the main use for this initially will be DMs. So
yeah.
I mean, that will be helpful for like trying to get in contact with people, like as far as node building and that sort of stuff. Like we've tried to ping people on Discord or find them on Discord and you get no response. So, but if they're not active in the app, and they're not going to see it anyway. So I don't know. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like maybe it will help with all the shitty offers. You get bombarded with shitty offers. You can say, "Hey, dude, quit it." You know.
I just don't listen, but that's the thing. I don't even realize I have a message with a shitty offer until I check my messages. I'm like, oh, all right, I have 17 more messages. And usually it's like, oh, you sold an item, or oh, this person really, I don't even click my messages anymore, to be quite honest.
Oh, do you remember when was that? That was about a year ago when
Where they did
I think I had over 1,000 messages, and it turns out that was lagging the game like crazy on my phone.
I don't know if that's the case, because there's people with actually more than that.
Yeah.
And
they're mobile players.
Oh, that's yeah. So all right, if anybody is out there watching this and they have over, like a couple hundred messages and they're mobile players, let us know if you think that affects your play. How many messages do you have now?
I wake up to, I always zero it out, except for Finsky's got an escrow one in for the UDU podcast balance. So that's the only one I don't check. But when I wake up, I just go reject, 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 reject. I just reject everything. I'm so
scared I'm going to fat click.
That's why I reject everything. I don't even look at the details. If you're sending me an offer that's not front loaded by DM, it's 100% going to get rejected. I don't even look at the details.
Yeah.
Might be the best deal in the world. I ain't messing with it. So, yeah. And then, of course, I'm going on another sales rampage. I crashed the floor in Chicago down to 5,680 UPEX. I put up 50 there, so I put up a big sell wall. So I'm getting a lot of okays. But, yeah, I just get that out of the road because I just had that in the back of my mind that the last time I let it build up to over 1,000, it caused all sorts of dramas. So. But I think they've got a cap now anyway. Didn't they put a cap on? There's only a certain amount of messages that will display or something.
Oh, really?
I forget. Yes, but there are a lot of people that are very excited about this in-game communication, and it's one of the things they've been talking about for a long time. So good on Upland, I would say. One thing that I thought was interesting is that there's been no mention of Spark Week, and I looked at the events calendar, and there's no Spark Week on the events calendar for December. And I know of at least 3 people who are very close to leveling up to executive, and they're hanging out for Spark Week. Is this going to be another last-minute thing that's all cobbled together?
I don't know.
The mind boggles.
I didn't buy any Spark last time.
Yeah, I've tried to put up a few USD sales, but I've been essentially stuffed. I stuffed myself up by trying to flip in Rutherford. Rutherford doesn't move anywhere near as fast as Manhattan, so the price difference between the UPX and the USD is much narrower in Rutherford. But yeah, they just don't move. So once this one that I've got eventually sells, I'll move back to Manhattan. Yes, so we'll see how we go. All right, now one of the major things that we got going on with the UDU, which I've been spamming around everywhere, is that we have our big Christmas show next week. So when we do the UDU podcast, we always say that the Whine and Cheese show is our sister podcast. So what is the UDU podcast? Is that our brother podcast?
It's our bra.
It's our bro. So in our bro podcast, yes. So if you're listening on the Spotify, I'm just going to run through this list of prizes we've put together here. I've put up a bunch of these. Cheese has got one up. Jazz, Wild Jasmine, Jazzy Jazz, she hit me up yesterday or the day before. She's got one in there. DTEC's got some in, Upland, Puppet, etc. So yeah, I am updating this. I've updated this the last 3 nights in a row. So this is all going down next week. So
well, I got 2 in there. I got my the Whine and Cheese pack of NFTs, and then the merch thing.
Yes, we'll get to that.
Well, you said I only had 1.
Did I? Sorry about that. Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So the UDU Podcast Christmas Show Spectacular is next week, 20th of December. Getting pinged in the MV channel. So how do I enter? Like, I'm spamming this everywhere. Surely you can see. I'm posting links. I'm posting videos. If you can't be bothered to watch a 5-minute video or to look at a PDF picture that's on the screen in front of your face, then you don't deserve a prize.
And to those people who are not familiar with UTC, that is 10:30 a.m. PT, 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time, and 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time.
And it's 4:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. East Coast Australia time. Yes. So it's 20th of December, 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. UTC. Yeah. And the prize draws will probably happen in the last half of that show. Yeah, to be in for any of these prizes, you have to be in the Zoom for the show. You have to be in the Zoom. The link to the Zoom will be dropped in the MBE Discord about 15 minutes prior to kickoff. And like I said, you have to be active in the Zoom. You can't just get in the Zoom and then go and do the dishes or whatever and your name's going to be in. No, you're going to have to be there. And you have to acknowledge that you've won the prize, either in the voice chat, like we want people to get involved, we want people to be active, or in the text chat. So, yes, draw number 1. So the way this is going to work is that everybody who's in the Zoom, all the names will go on the wheel. And then once we get to the prize point, we're just going to run through them. So we'll say like draw number 1. So this is for 1 spark staked for 10 days, and we'll roll the wheel. Who's the winner? Morecheese. Are you there, Morecheese?
Hey.
Oh, she's there. Congratulations. Send me a DM. I'll note it down. If we say Morecheese, are you there? And it's crickets, we're going to roll that wheel again. We'll give it to somebody else.
Yes, fuck that cheese.
No hesitations. So yes, draw number 1, 1 spark staked for 10 days. Draw number 2 is 10 sparks staked for 1 week. And the draw number 3 is put up by Jazzy Jazz, 20 sparks staked for 5 days.
Wow, Jazzy Jazz.
So that will get you a townhouse built for free.
For free.
Pretty much. So yes, properties. We've got 3 properties to give away. There's one in San Francisco, one in Las Vegas, and one in Los Angeles. 2 structure ornaments. We've got a rooftop center for the luxury modern house and a winter emporium for the luxury ranch house. Hopefully these will be in time for you to actually use them. And we should say too that once your name is on that wheel, you will be continually added in for each draw. Like you could win multiple prizes. So you might win one of these. You might win one of these structure ornaments and you say to yourself, well, shit, I don't have a luxury modern house, but you also won the 20 spark stake for 5 days. That'll give you a head start to get one built. So
there you go.
Yes, NFTs. Now, DTEC did send through 8 what are they? They're epic rarity NFTs. So there'll be 2 draws there. You can win 4 of the epics. So there's 2 sets there to give away. The next 10 lot of NFTs I've put up. So it's a mix of Morecheese wax, NFTs, Corporate World Hell, a little creation, Nasty Hooks, and Creatures Labs. So there's a bit of a mixed bag there.
You got that rare Santa in there, like that Santa.
Yes.
That Santa, everybody has been wanting it.
Well, remember when you put that drop in, I bought like 60 of them or something. So I've got heaps of them. If you don't have one of those and you want one, send me a DM and I'll hook you up. But yes, and then Morecheese has put up 11 Whine and Cheese in the Metaverse show NFTs. If you're one of the sickos that's been collecting these and you've missed out on a couple, well, get yourself in the mix and you might be able to win you might be able to trade them with somebody else or see how you go. And then the Upland Puppet, who is one of our co-hosts for the UDU podcast, he sent through 3 floating farms NFTs to me. So they'll be, because they're quite pricey, those ones. I think the floor on those is 30 to 100 wax or something.
Yeah.
So they'll be individual draws. So there'll be 3 draws there, 3 chances to get a floating farm NFT. And then we move on to the outdoor decor. Now, this is pretty huge. Draw number 16, you could win the sauna, ice bath, portable pool, jacuzzi, and dragon fountain. So 5 outdoor decor NFTs there. Draw number 17, the patio umbrella, island grill, garden swing, seating 1, and seating 2. So those 2 draws, that's 1 complete set. And then draw number 18 is just the full 10-piece set. Like, that's a massive prize. So you get the full 10 pieces, which also qualifies you for the bonus free 11th piece, which you can see just on the right there if you're watching the video, is the monument, which we're still waiting for Upland to get approved and so we can start manufacturing. Now, I should say too that if you are one of the winners of these outdoor decor items, I can't guarantee that they'll be immediately deliverable. I do have a couple of sets there, but they're not complete. Like, we sold out of the seatings. But if you have a look at the Samurai Aquatics factory, you can see exactly what's in the list. We've got a whole bunch of stuff getting manufactured at the moment. So, but yes, rest assured they will be delivered ASAP. Now, the next lot we have, this is for UDU members only. It is the UDU podcast after all, Upland Development United. So this is for the UDU team members. Now, Finsky's put this together. If you're not aware, every week I send Finsky, who is our executive manager in the UDU, I send him 25,000 UPX every week as a kind of prize pool for various giveaways and that. And he's been saving that up like a little squirrel. Yes. Jinx. So he saved that balance up for a couple of giveaways here. And also Screw, who is one of the UDU node managers, he's put up 2 Century Heights United node properties. Obviously, we're not going to give away node properties to randos who happen to be in the Zoom. So yeah, these are UDU members only. So this will be a secondary wheel that Finsky's going to give me the heads up on who are the UDU members that have qualified. Now, if you are listening or watching and you are a UDU member and you haven't got an entry in for this yet, what the fudge are you doing? Get yourself into the UDU Discord channel and find the competitions thing, and then Finsky's got a post there. It's basically a bit of fun, put a Christmas song together or a Christmas poem. I think I put a limerick in.
I put something in there. There's a little mash of 2 carols.
Yeah, so I'm definitely, this is one of the ones that I'm going to enter in. All of the other ones I'm going to take, I'm not going to be entered into those, but for this one, I'm definitely going to be in the mix for this. So yes, draw 19 is 5,000 UPX, draw 20 and 21 are for node properties, Century Heights United in Las Vegas. I always laugh when people talk about nodes in Las Vegas, how, they rattle off all these nodes, and Century Heights United, the UDU node there, is one of the most dominant nodes as far as, player ownership and that sort of stuff.
Los Angeles, not Las Vegas.
Los Angeles, sorry. Yes. I always mix those 2 up. Yes. Yeah. So I always have a bit of a laugh at that. I like that we still slip under the radar a bit. And draw 22 is for 100,000 UPX. So that's a decent chunk of change. Speaking of 100,000 UPX, Morecheese has also put a 100,000 UPX prize up. Cheese, take it away. How do we qualify for this?
All you have to do is follow the link in either our MVE Discord, my Morecheese Wax Twitter handle, and I guess I should put out the link more, but if you go there and you purchase anything, you are eligible to get on the wheel to win 100,000 UPX. You could buy a pillow, you could buy a t-shirt, you could buy a candle.
Baby beeps. How did you put that up?
I just put that up last night. I was in a fun mood. Oh, and all right, so the long sleeve t-shirt, I told you the deal with that.
Yep.
What was the other question you had for me?
Just how do we qualify for this? Oh, it doesn't have a backing, the long sleeve?
No, unfortunately.
Bummer.
40 AUD, it makes it sound so expensive. It's like $20-something.
Oh yeah, it's not cheap. That's why that was my Christmas present to myself. I bought myself some merch. I said, "Thank you, wife." And she's like, "What for?" I was like, "You just bought me my Christmas present." So yes, there's a few different items there. Go and check that out. Now, if you are a fan of Morecheese's NFTs, if there's one of the NFTs in particular that you like and you'd like some merch associated with it, maybe you have been one of our previous guests and you would like to turn your custom NFT that Morecheese put together for your episode, if you'd like to turn that into some merch that you can share about or wear with pride, hit Morecheese up in a DM and she will hook you up.
I sure will. I will put that on there as fast as I can and whatever colors you want and styles.
Yeah, so any merch purchase between now and probably the day before the next UDU podcast, or for this podcast show, you'll go on the draw.
For me, it's until I get the last notice until the UDU podcast starts. So I will wait right until it starts.
Well, if you can organize that wheel.
Yeah.
If you can have that as your own special wheel, yeah, awesome. Because I'll be up at the early AM scrambling like a fiend. All right, so this all culminates in the UPX prizes. So we've given away all these kind of community-related prizes, but then we're just getting down to the stone cold cheddar.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to bang out a bunch of just pure UPX prizes. Now, I will say that draws 24 to 28, the figures that we mentioned here, they are before the fees. So draw number 24 is for 5,000 UPX. If you're the winner of that prize, I will send you 5,000 UPX, i.e. it's going to cost me 5,000 plus fees, and you're going to receive 5,000 minus fees. So that's the same for draw number 25's 10,000 UPX, 26, 25,000 UPX, 27, 50,000 UPX, and 28, 100,000 UPX. One difference is draw number 29. And I will say that is triggering me that it's not a round number. So if you're a listener out there and you have something that you would like to give away and you could help out a freak
and get your name out there. And get your name out there. So
let me know and I'll patch it in for sure. So yes, but draw number 29 or whatever it is, the final draw is for 1 million straight UPX, and this will be after fees. So you will get in your account, BEN68 has sent you 1 million UPX. So you're going to get that in your account. So yeah, that will be after fees on your end. So yeah, I'll front the fees I'll eat the fees for that. So yes. The 1 million UPX wheels has been a feature of the UDU podcast for the last 6 months, maybe?
We got close. We got really close one time. It went over by just a bit.
Yep. And we've said since inception, I believe, that if it doesn't go off beforehand, it will go off in the Christmas show. And yes, it will 100% be given away at the end of next week's show. And I do have 2 million in escrow with cheese. So the 1 million UPX wheel will be available again the week after. So yes, so there we go.
I love that llama's O face.
Yeah, I use it all the time because it's just hilarious. It seemed apt because cheese, I don't know if you are aware of this, but we do some pretty groundbreaking stuff between, the UDU and the Whine and Cheese. I'm going to take a leaf out of Trump's card, or however you say that phrase, and I'm going to page,
Adam Trump's book.
whatever it is. I'm going to put my orange makeup on, and I'm going to say we do a lot of cool stuff. Like we give away, I'd hate to think how much UpX we've given away this year. UpX prizes, everything. We do a shitload for the community. Within our own community that goes unseen, within the wider community. We're out there. We're trying to support what we can, but we don't go chasing these sort of things. If you want to get involved, there's plenty of opportunities to get involved. Like if we do this show and there's 10 people show up, I got no problems splitting this many prizes amongst 10 people. Doesn't worry me at all. So,
and we're very inclusive. Like we don't leave anyone out. Anybody could come on, promote their stuff. Like we are all about the community. We don't, like, sure, we may have our favorites, but we don't cater to anybody in particular. Like if you have something that you want to get out there, you want to promote, just reach out to us. And as long as you aren't known for cheating and whatnot.
it's an aspect that constantly makes me kind of somewhere between rolling my eyes, raising my eyebrows, and just laughing. Is I see these posts all the time. We're the first open node project that we're open to anybody. Doesn't matter if you're male, female, your sexuality, disability, this, that, and the other thing. I'm like, hello.
You mean I could be in a node?
Hello. We've been doing this for well over a year. We're going to pioneer having node projects in all of the various cities. And hello. I mean, as I think I've said a bunch of times, if you are doing a node project, you have UDU DNA all up in your business. So whether you know it or not, you're building on the backs of a lot of stuff that we've already done. So, yes. So that's my bit of a flex or a gloat or whatever you want to call it.
Head scratch.
That's me putting my node father hat on for a second. Yes. But it's great. I like to see any sort of stuff like that. I think it's wonderful. Like on the flip side, though, what I will see is it's very clear that there is a kind of fracturing of the community happening. Like, not in a negative way, but we are seeing that. Well, maybe this goes back to the whole FIFA thing, which is, I'll note that down because it's something I want to touch on further. But the Upland community at the moment is very much. I mean, there's a lot of shenanigans and drama and all sorts of shit associated with a whole bunch of people on Twitter and various Discord groups against the Upland community managers. There's all sorts of drama there. I don't get myself involved in that crap. But what it has done is it has kind of, whether you want to say it's pushed with all the bannings that they've done or encouraged, I don't know. But a lot of the community is now engaged within their own Discord service. So the Upland community was engaged in the Upland Discord server official was only a small community to begin with. So now you're getting what was a small community broken up even into smaller communities. And, when was that? That was probably 6 months, 8 months ago. I left like 100 and something servers because I was just getting overwhelmed. You cannot avoid it. I think my list has gone up again. I've got them all in different folders and whatnot. But you go into these communities and they're trying to run these projects like what we do as well, but they've got no traction because there's no active base within them. Even some of the massive node projects, if you go and look in their Discord, it's the same 4 or 5 people, saying the same things over and over again. So we're a little bit different in that we have multiple platforms where, we get together and we put out the UDU podcast, we put out this show, and we keep each other motivated through that sort of stuff. If you're in one of these smaller communities and they're not willing or able to do something like that, I can imagine that would be quite disheartening.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Well, we'll see.
Some of the Discords, I won't name it, but I'm sure you'll know which one. Don't name it. I go there I don't go into the voice, but I just go there to see the chat. So entertaining. The same people who were banned from Upland are being censored in these other places that we're like, oh, this person shouldn't be banned. They're just speaking their mind. Every day they're constantly being banned. So they have to type instead of talk. And I just think it's incredibly awesome in an ironic way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a snowball. Like, yeah, there are some big names that are well established in the community that I see on Twitter just falling into the FUD cycle. You know, they're just eating it up.
Like nothing is
it's very easy to go down that path.
It is easy, but nothing's gonna be 100% the way you want it. You still have, if you have money in this game, it's up to you to decide who you want to hang out with, whose opinions and beliefs you want to kind of have as your own. Because at the end of the day, those people aren't making the money for you. They're not going to give you the money back. It's up to you to make your own way and do what you need to do. So if you are okay with being on the FUD train, that's fine. I mean, as we've stated in the beginning of the show, you know, there were a lot of negative things towards Ben and I for no reasons, yet we haven't jumped on the FUD train. You know what I'm saying? Because it's for us right now, it's fun. We enjoy doing it, and like if something was done to us directly, which probably has been, but like we're having fun. We're doing what we want to do with it. As long as we can still do that, then I'm going to continue, and I'm not going to like go out of my way to shit on anybody who has no control whatsoever. They're just kind of passing along details, you know?
Yeah, I mean, between this podcast and the UDU podcast, like, we don't hold back I guess we bite our tongues a little bit, but we still put our opinions out there. I mean, but we don't
bite our tongues. We're nice. We give our good opinions as well as the bad ones. Like, I don't think we've ever really bit our tongues. And I play devil's advocate because I always like to see both sides of the token. But like, we are very real with our opinions. We're not like paid sponsors. We're not paid anything.
No, we don't take it to a nasty, personalized.
Well, yeah, no, I'll never do that ever with anything anyway. Yeah. So
except in DM, waka waka.
Waka waka.
Yes.
Yeah.
I guess it comes back like what we talked, like you're a bit down at the start of the show. It gets back to what do you call motivations? If you're somebody who's invested more than you're willing to lose and your motivations are financial, I mean, shit, just what can you say? My motivations are purely, this is, you know, I've said this ad nauseum. This is entertainment, and I do this as a hobby. If Upland were to fail, which, I mean, no project is guaranteed for prolonged success, anything, and, you know, everybody can fail. I'd be very disappointed. Would be I pulling my hair out and banging my head against the wall, thinking, how am I going to pay the rent? No. Obviously, the UDU podcast as a show would cease to exist because it's Upland Development United. If Upland was to fail, there's no point doing that. But as far as the Whine and Cheese show and that community, like the UDU community, there's several people there that I know that would move on. Like, look what you've got going on with Dak and Mass Chef and all of that sort of stuff. That would still live on. So, I think that's one of the things. Avalon the Druids. Yes. So I guess it comes back to your core motivations.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see.
Do we have any articles today?
We do, yes, just a few. We have been Upland heavy, but like I said, we missed out last week, so I guess we got a few weeks worth of stuff, and it's just we've got a lot going on as well. So yes, Number one thing is make sure you get yourself, if you are available, get yourself into the MBD Discord for the Upland podcast, what do you even call it? The Upland Development United podcast Christmas show spectacular. I think I tried to do the math. I think it's about 2.6 million UpX worth of prizes. It's hard to quantify some of them because the NFTs and that you got to back engineer it a bit. But yes, some good stuff there.
Yeah.
Yes,
this was a good talk. I feel better. I feel like I got stuff off my shoulders.
Nice. All right. Yes. Now we already covered the Trump, and like I said, I'm a massive Trump fan, so we can move on for that. This next one stuck out to me because we've been talking about the Roblox metaverse for a while now. Why Roblox share price collapse is a buy signal for robot era metaverse play. I'm not really interested in that. Roblox share price collapse.
Wow.
Has this been on your radar?
No, but let me see RBLX, what it's worth right now.
So it says here, the shares of Roblox, a massively popular gaming ecosystem, are collapsing. The price of RBLX, the ticker for the company's shares, which trade on the New York Stock Exchange, is down 15% this week, taking losses since the start of the year to nearly 75%.
Wow.
Ouch.
Yeah, 73.13.
75% downturn. I mean, if you look at any of the crypto charts, that's pretty standard. I mean, we are in a bear market.
This is definitely a buy.
Yeah, so it says here RBLX's struggles are buy signal for robot era? ? So RBLX's underperformance in 2022 means that some investors looking to gain from the long-term growth of the global gaming industry might be looking for alternatives. Roblox is a highly innovative gaming metaverse, and with 58 million daily active users. Holy shit. Wow. Through the third quarter of 2022, looks set to remain a key player in the space. Oh, yeah. I mean, some of the stuff they got going on is amazing. But
So
Roblox is...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at their options, right?
Yep.
And if they're down that much and you wanted to get like a cheap option for, let's say, February 17th, right? You can get a $50 contract for $24.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's got your
oh yeah,
alarms going off.
I might have to buy some contracts.
I mean, down 75%.
Yeah. Oh, imagine shorting that. That would have been amazing.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't know what Robot Era is. It goes on to talk about Roblox here. It says here, Robot Era plans to launch. Well, it says, maybe I'll go back. Roblox is highly centralized. Its code is not fully open source, and its app currency, Roblox, though valuable, is not a blockchain-based cryptocurrency. So it seems like this other thing, Robot Era, is the flip side. Ahead of its launch, it is conducting a pre-sale of Tarot tokens that, well, I'm out. Pre-sale of tokens for a project, I'm out. It will be used as an in-game currency in the few weeks since its launch. Robot Era raised over $570,000. Tokens are currently being sold for 2 cents, but that price will soon rise to 2.5 cents. Yes, so
I'll buy the tokens for 2 cents.
I think we talked about this. Maybe it was this. We talked about it, and I said, well, I ain't touching this because essentially this price here, the 2 cents, that's the back in the day, 2017, 2018, that's the pre-ICO price. And then this is the ICO price. And then it goes on the exchange, and then it'll drop to a cent. You know, it's very rare that you see things. I mean, it has happened. I made a bunch of good stuff, you know, riding those early ICO pumps, like the initial listings, but you got to time that right. If you time that wrong, you get wrecked. So,
but it's like an in-game currency, though.
But they're front loading it with a token sale. It's one of those classic ones. What is the motivation here? You know, think of some of the NFT projects that we've been kind of involved in or aware of. that did token sales, and what are those token prices worth now? It's just absolute dog shit. So
yeah, but they weren't Roblox.
well, this is not Roblox. This is not Roblox. This
Oh,
is
it's
some
not?
other project. No, this is just comparing it to.
Oh,
This article was saying that Roblox is centralized and the currency is not a blockchain, where this Robot Era project is setting up to be decentralized with a cryptocurrency. So yeah, no, it's not a Roblox product. So I would say definitely don't invest more than you're willing to lose. And even if you do take a dabble and the price pumps, you got to, not financial advice, but you got to take some profits. Get yourself to house money as soon as you can. Not financial advice. Do your own research.
Not financial advice at all.
Yes. Yeah, so tread with caution. But yeah, what was that? 58 million daily active users. Whoa, mama.
Roblox is big.
All right, so that's one. What have we got next? I don't even remember what I got ready. What's this one? Chilling Metaverse warning issued to parents buying virtual reality headsets for their kids this Christmas. What do you think, Cheese?
Chilling Metaverse warning. I don't know.
British parents are being urged to take caution when it comes to buying VR headsets for their kids this Christmas by charities sharing terrifying stories about Metaverse dangers.
I want to hear these stories.
Chilling warnings. Terrifying stories, Cheese.
I'm scared. Ben, you're scaring me.
So virtual reality kits are said to be some of the most popular Christmas presents this year. Yeah, my kids asked for it. Both my wife and I were like, yeah, no. As kids look to meet up with their friends in a virtual world, headsets like the Oculus Quest or HTC Vive are enormously popular, if expensive, way to meet up with one another in the metaverse. But parents have been given a chilling warning by children's charities who claim that many metaverse spaces are still unregulated and potentially unsafe for children. Yes. Childline, which operates a counselling service for young people over telephone, shared one terrifying encounter a girl of secondary school age had in the metaverse. Is this going to be a deviant sex thing?
What isn't nowadays?
According to the charity, one student said, in quotes, "Recently I met a guy on my VR game and I'm confused about how I should feel about him. He's really bad, like he always makes sexual comments towards me and asks me to, air quotes, kiss him in the game. I know that's messed up, but I love his voice and he makes me feel like the person I'd rather be. Nobody gives me that kind of affection in the real world. I guess that's why I use VR, so I can look and be like someone I'm not, and it makes me feel good about myself."
Oh.
This is the internet. This is not restricted to virtual reality headsets.
It's not. This is her, like, I'm gonna assume, I'm not, like, from what I've read, like, she's not really getting much attention at home, and this is a strange one. I mean, this is just, the VR is just an extension of what the internet already has, whether that be, online gaming. We've seen now it's diving into like fashion. It will be sexual, like adult orientated sexual stuff. It'll be dating. It'll be all sorts of stuff. Like, I want to know which VR game it was, because like, why would you let your like, all right, so I guess I'm old fashioned, old school. My mom had to meet everybody I hung out with before, like, I was a teenager. And, if I was playing a game or on a computer and it was online where I can mingle with a lot of people, there would be a definite safeguard on. Like, for example, if I play Roblox with my niece, they have a safeguard that if you say certain words, it'll get starred, so they don't see it. And like, if you if you say certain things, you get like a warning, which is great. So like stuff like this, like it really just depends on the game, really, not the metaverse. The metaverse is the platform. It like just do more. Parents need to do more research on the games and make sure that they're they have things in place to prevent stuff like this.
Yeah, it's a tricky balance. Like I've got one teenager and two younger children. Like it's hard to like we're pretty good as parents, like we keep an eye on what they're doing, but you need to give especially the teenager, you need to give them a little bit of trust and, independence as well. But you still need to juggle the responsibility aspect of it. So I don't know, it's a tricky one. But like I said, it's just an extension of what's already there. Like you met your husband online.
I was 20, 28, 29.
Yeah, so it's a different kettle of fish when you're talking about children, but
yeah,
I don't know that that's necessarily chilling and terrifying. It's definitely worrisome. I don't know, maybe there's a different one here. The NSPCC's warning is one of many that have been issued to parents this year. In April, former Countdown presenter and long-term techie Carol Vorderman called for more safeguarding in the metaverse. We've touched on lots of these ad nauseum. My advice to parents is don't let your kids do it unless you know it's safe. Right now, it's the Wild West. Yes. Why would you let your child go to some park to meet a stranger and just say, okay, unless you know that where they're going to go is safe and you can effectively monitor what they're seeing on a computer screen, don't let them do it. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Yeah. It's a tricky one. I definitely don't envy parents who are trying to juggle that. What are you squirreled on?
I'm buying 2 Roblox contracts. Wait, pending. I got it filled.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right, I'm good. I'm sorry. I had to take advantage of that.
So yeah, I guess it is a tricky one for parents. But
and not financial advice out there. So
yes, chilling and terrifying. I think that's
chilling and
very, very clickbaity. That one. I mean,
yeah, like they don't need to go online. They could do VR for other stuff. Yeah, like Beat Saber. It's a great way to do some exercise. You get zombie shooting. Like prepare them for the apocalypse.
Maybe if you're going to do it, if the VR headset is out, it's do it with your family. It becomes a family thing, not well, I know this from my own perspective. Like I get up early for these shows or something, and there was a period on the weekends where I was getting up. Like I get up for this show on a Saturday at like 4 a.m. There was a period a couple of weeks ago where I could hear noises, and I go in, and my kids are waking up and watching YouTube videos on their laptops or playing with their tablets. I'm like, nah, this ain't happening. You're not waking up at God knows what AM, and then, this is how you're starting your morning. No, all of it. There's no devices till after breakfast, minimum.
Kids love YouTube. Like they don't even watch TV anymore.
Nope.
They just watch.
I don't watch TV.
I do. I watch Netflix.
That's not That's
TV to me.
Streaming. I mean, what about just your the real old school TV? Do you watch the news?
Do they even
Do you
have
watch
that
TV
anymore?
shows?
No, I don't watch the news. Fuck the news.
Yeah, I don't watch any TV.
All right, so I didn't know what that meant. All right, so yeah, maybe I'm the same.
If I have an hour to sit down and watch TV, the first thing I do is open up YouTube on my TV, my smart TV. I check my subscriptions and I see, there's a whole bunch of stuff that's not related to Metaverse Web3 that I'm interested in, motor racing. I'm really into mini terrariums or fishing and all sorts of stuff.
You know what? I looked up how the first gun was made. Because I didn't know how old guns were, and how did they get that cylinder?
The barrel, yeah.
How did they do that? Did they just beat it into place?
Yeah, so there's all sorts of stuff that I'm interested in. If I go there and I don't find anything interesting, which 9 times out of 10 I do find something. And what I love about YouTube is you can think of any topic you want, and somebody's got a channel that's got hours and hours and hours and hours of footage, and that's what they're passionate about. So it's really awesome. And I also like that I can watch it at 2x speed. So
I know.
that's a
Sometimes
game
my brain
changer.
doesn't work that fast. Sometimes I gotta slow it down again. But I've been trying.
Yeah, I watch a lot of Japanese videos as well. That I started watching those at 2x speed as well, but I've still got to put the subtitles on at the moment. So.
I used to watch K dramas and C dramas.
Yeah,
they're so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that all else fails, then I'll go to Netflix, unless there's been some specific show that's coming up or a second series or something. But yeah, as for normal TV, never.
I don't. Does real TV even exist anymore?
It does. Yeah.
It does.
Barely. Hanging in there.
And it's funny, like we had YouTube as we have YouTube as our internet provider.
Oh, really? That's
as
cool.
our like cable internet TV provider. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Interesting. All right, we've got one last article to touch on. Now, again, I only read the headline for this, so I'm not sure exactly what it's about, but I liked it. 5 cringe metaverse moments you might have forgotten about from 2022. What do you think's in here, Cheese? What's on your list of cringe moments? What do you think we're going to find?
I don't know. I don't even want to speculate because I'll feel worse than I did since finding out about the race results.
Well, if we're talking cringe in the metaverse, old mate Zach Zuckerberg has got to be in here, surely.
Zach Zuckerberg.
He's got to be in here, surely. All right. So
it says that's him right there. Meta. Oh,
I can't see. It's hidden. The Metaverse has promised a lot of things for the future of technology, but so far it's been best at dishing out some truly cringe-worthy moments.
Why do they have him with lipstick? Was that his art?
That looks like one of those AI created images. That's hilarious. Oh. So the Metaverse isn't in its final form yet. What do you mean singular form? There will be multiple forms.
I know.
Mark Zuckerberg's dreams of an interactive second world beyond is this just a full-on meta thing?
If so, then you're doing your boy bad.
Janky, confusing, very often cringe-worthy work in progress. Blah, 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 blah. The Metaverse so far has been a consistent supplier of notoriously cringe moments. Some might say this is a natural occurrence for any work in progress. Yeah, I believe so. Where's the meat? Here we go. Mark Zuckerberg and the strangest conversation ever caught on video. It's been over a year since Zuckerberg presented the world with his notoriously strange and poorly produced Metaverse presentations. The hard-to-watch promo video was instantly made into countless memes across social media, with iRadio describing it as the strangest conversation ever caught on video.
I haven't seen this.
No, me neither. This 2-hour live stream saw the Zuck interacting with a developer introduced as Deb. Viewers noted Deb's over-the-top body language and poorly acted dialogue. The same went for Zuckerberg. So this was an early stage thing by the sounds of it. It's one of many times that the internet has poked fun of Zuckerberg's unnatural and stiff aura on camera. Yeah, I mean, that's been fodder for this show for quite a while.
But it just sounds like they're going personal at him instead of like the actual metaverse. Well, let's see
One disgruntled viewer rudely commented, "This is what I imagine aliens sound like when wearing human skins to infiltrate Earth."
Wow.
So that's one of the 5. Next, Walmart joins the Metaverse and coins the term Virch. Ooh, I hadn't heard of that.
I like it. What's the V for? Virtual Virch.
There you go. What you're selling on the MBE UDU store is Virch.
Yeah, I love it.
Go and grab some Virch.
That's not cringe at all.
Walmart Land, which we covered on the show, is arguably the most on-the-nose entry into the Metaverse by a large corporation so far. I don't think so. I think Walmart putting together Web3 Metaverse things to take their business to the next stage. I think that's very smart and cool, like taking online shopping to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart Land will bring the best fashion, style, beauty, and entertainment items directly to the global Roblox community of over 52 million daily active users. There you go. There's that number again.
I would love to have Roblox of Walmart. Like, you know how they say people of Walmart? I would love to have some of those those crazy, awful, cringeworthy outfits that people wear to Walmart in Roblox.
So I don't know anything about Walmart. We don't have Walmart here, so.
Well, I just recently have Walmart now, but it's not cringeworthy, but I think it's because we're in like a good area here.
Mm.
I don't know.
So it says the announcement was heavily criticized at the time as being a see-through cash grab, with the virtual announcement from Walmart's chief marketing officer's virtual announcement being called one of the saddest videos ever created.
Wow.
I'll have to watch this one back. Cash grab? I don't think so. I think it's, as I said, they're setting up for the future. I think it's a very smart play.
It's adapting.
Yes, adapting. There you go. Walmart is the most empty IP I can imagine, said one disgruntled Twitter user at the time. That's ridiculous. I know at least something about Walmart, and like I said, there's no Walmarts here. So even if it's not a global brand, it's certainly a global name.
Yeah,
it's a known name.
When I was in college, I did my freaking thesis on Walmart.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Oh yeah, I think you've said that before. Yeah. Next one, Mark Zuckerberg interviews Neil deGrasse Tyson in a very cringe metaverse meeting. When the billionaire meta founder and famous astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson had a recorded conversation in the metaverse to discuss images of deep space, the internet, of course, slammed it as cringe.
I feel like this is these people are making this up.
The interview was to promote a plugin in Meta's Oculus that allowed users to zoom deeply into images released by NASA. However, the internet was more interested in the clunky virtual interactions of Zuckerberg and Tyson. Yes, but as we talked about I believe it was the last one we did, that it is evolving. Like, we saw Mark Zuckerberg talking to that guy and he was smiling and puffing his cheeks out, and I was flabbergasted at how far it had come from these earlier kind of cringeworthy things. So I don't think you can throw them under the bus for that.
I think it's a good example of no good deed goes unpunished. Here you have a platform putting out stuff as they have it. You know, it's messy, it's junky. It gets better every time you see it, but no one's going to remember that. They're only going to remember the worst thing you've done, sort of thing.
Absolutely. So it says the two avatars were what we have now come to expect from Zuckerberg's metaverse, fit with half a body and no legs. But as we have covered, they are working on legs. So
yeah,
he spent billions on legs. One Reddit user slammed the interview saying, does Zuckerberg even know we've already advanced way beyond this? VR chat came out in 2014 and it didn't cost billions to develop. Yeah, you can't. That's chalk and cheese.
What?
Why does the metaverse, like he's saying here that virtual reality chat came out?
He's working on more than just VR chat. He's working on movement. He's working on facial expression. Yep. Like, how the hell can anybody like portray a facial expression?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know any other places that can do that.
Nope. I mean, look at the first generation Oculuses when they come out, how massive and clunky they were. Yeah. And now that last video that we covered with Zuckerberg, look how small they were then. Like, fast forward another 2-3 years and you're going to be looking at like those glasses that we talked about. It's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So yes, why does the metaverse look like a shitty 2002 cheap early computer animation straight to VHS movie look? Because it is cutting edge technology. So watch this space. Yeah, so far they've all been trash. First one, boo, boo, boo. Have we got anything good? Have we wasted our time here? Mark Zuckerberg tells employees they're called Metamates now. Ah, geez, you're my Metamate.
Aww. That's
you mean
cute.
You mean Metamate.
Me Metamate. Ma, I got a Metamate.
And hang out with me Metamates down the pub. Down the virtual pub.
I'll have me some fish and crisps.
No, you don't eat fish and crisps. You're going to get killed by the British people.
Why?
Chips are chips. Crisps are potato chips. It's a different thing.
Oh, chips. So fish and chips.
Yeah, fish and chips means like whatever you call fries, but a chunkier version. Yeah.
All right.
Is that not a thing in the States? Like if you go to KFC here and you order, can I have the zinger box with fries? That some of the sarcastic employees will say they're not fries, we sell chips.
Oh,
Because
who the fuck cares? Like if you go to a place here and the kids are young, they probably will be like, "Oh, what is that?" And you just explain, "Oh, where I'm from, their fries." Oh, okay. You know, nobody's really that pretentious. I know one time I was working in Goldman, I was still in college or I was right out of college, and British guy came over and was like, "Oh, where's the canteen?" And I'm like, "Canteen? What are you talking about?" And he's like, "The kitchen." And I'm like, "Oh, like it's on floor such and such."
Yeah.
And I learned something new.
The first company I worked for in Japan, there was a lot of international people there, obviously. And one of the girls asked, who just was doing a fill-in day, like covering for somebody else, she asked, "Where's the water closet?" I'm like, "What?
Water closet?
Yeah.
The fuck is
toilet.
a water closet?
A toilet, apparently.
A
water closet? What the? I don't know. Go and ask us the Japanese stuff. I got no idea what you're talking about.
Water closet.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it before either. But yeah, at least in Australia, we have fries, chips, and wedges. And it's basically just the difference in the cut size. Fries are very thin, chips are chunkier, and of course wedges.
You get what you
massive.
get. If you ask for fries, you get whatever style they have.
Yeah.
And usually they change. Like I remember back in the Bronx, some days it was the skinny fries, some days it was the thicker, some days it was the crinkle cut.
I don't know how we even got onto that, but yes, Metamates. Oh, we started doing horrendous British accents. That's why. Yes.
I thought you were just speaking Australian.
I was trying to do a horrendous British accent. Yes. So yeah, Metamates apparently, and then we covered that. Like he was encouraging them to use not even the employees were using Meta for their meetings. So, I mean, that's a bit of a fizzler too. Have we got anything decent in this list? How many is that? That's 4. We've got one more. What do you think it is, Cheese? What's going to bring it home?
If it's about Zuck, then this article writer has to go.
All right. Should we lay a bet? It's been 3 of the 4 have been Zuck. No wages?
No wages.
All right. EU throws.
Oh, yes, that was the best. I'll give it to them. This is cringe.
$387,000 euro meta rave party in the metaverse and 6 people turn up. Yeah, we pissed ourselves laughing when we covered this. That is definitely a cringe moment.
Yes.
That is worthy. All right. They brought it home at the end. Yeah, if you didn't see that, I think I clipped that out. You got to go and check that out. That was hilarious. Yes.
They really dropped the ball.
Yeah, the tweet here. I'm here at a gala concert in the EU Foreign Aid Department's 38,700 euro metaverse. I am alone. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty funny. Well, that was a bit of a shitty article, that one, to wrap up on, but yes, definitely that last one was a good one. All right, well, we missed out on a week. We covered a whole bunch of shit this week.
We complained, we cried, we laughed, we became metamates.
Just looking at the calendar, we've got our next show for me is going to be Christmas Eve.
So we may have to.
No, it's Christmas Eve morning for me, so I'll still do a show for that if you're available. And then the one after that will be New Year's Eve morning, so I'll do a show for that. So I don't know. I'm not having any holidays this year. We're saving up our holidays to go back to Japan. So if you're available, I'm available.
I'm available.
We'll keep polluting the sickos,
the
eyes and ears.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Sickos, we love you.
For that New Year's show, I would like to do something like we're going to do with the UDU podcast, like maybe we can look back at the year that was and look ahead, make predictions about the year forward and that sort of stuff.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Maybe we should try and get a guest on. We may have a guest next week. Maybe we should try and get a guest on for that final one. We'll see who's available within our usual cohort of Metamates.
Or have another round table.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Tell us what you want to see, people.
Tell us what you want to see. We are all about creating some cringe moments of our very own.
Oh my God. I think this whole show, like episode, was cringe. But if you want real cringe, if you want a real dose of meta cringe, go back and watch episode 1 of the Whine and Cheese in the Metaverse show. Not because of anything to do with Lil, who we had on as an interview. It was just you and me. It was just so hilarious. The second one was great, though.
This is the Whine and Cheese show. It was just so funny to look back on.
But the second one, I think because it was Banana and he was so silly and the cat hit him.
Yeah.
We were like, we calmed down a lot in that one. That was cool.
I mean, we started that show. Like, I had the idea to do a second show based just on the name. Like, we had no idea what the show was actually going to be about. We didn't know what the hell we were doing. And was just like, fuck it, let's just try something different. So
you're like, I know you're really scared to go on camera, but do you want to do a show with me? I'm like,
do you want to do 2 a week instead of 1?
Sure.
Yeah. I think we're definitely eased into a routine now where we just, and it goes back to the core foundations I mentioned at the front. It's, our motivations for this, it's not about numbers. We're not chasing revenue. We just do this because it's fun. And if there's a few people out there that enjoy the nonsense that we banter together, well, great. That is what it is. So
yeah,
that's the bottom line. As far as I'm concerned, what do you got to wrap us up on?
Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Merry Hanukkah Christmas.
Don't forget Festivus for the rest of us.
Festivus for the rest of us. Whatever you celebrate, have fun doing it. Be with family, be by yourself, whatever makes you happy. Tell with whatever anybody else has to say.
See you next week.
Keep it fresh. Cheese bags.
You dirty old cheese bags.
Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Talk wine and cheese, motherfucker. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Go ahead, get your pinky up. Evil empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get off the drive. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Evil empire, samurai, riding on the dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife. Flying through the sky, evil empire, samurai. Riding on a dingo, flying through the sky. Cheese in the house, get off the drive. Hit you with the hairbrush, hit you with the knife. Evil empire, samurai. Riding on a dingo, flying through the sky. Hit you with the knife. Flying through the sky. Time for wine and cheese. Wine and cheese. Time for wine and cheese. Wine and cheese. Whine and cheese. Whine and cheese. Time for wine and cheese. Wine and cheese. Time for wine and cheese.
Are you looking for some of that quality outdoor decor? But you got no freaking idea where to go? Oh, come on over to Samurai Aquatics and Decor for all your outdoor decor needs. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the Metaverse, do you? Yeah, just delete that. I'm still not ready, sorry. Got yourself an empty plot of boring virtual real estate in the Metaverse, do you? Or maybe some kind of crappy ramshackle building that, I don't know, needs a bit of extra spunk to it or something. And stop mucking about and get yourself over to Samurai Aquatics Discord to see all our available stock. We've got loads of different decor to spend your pretend money on.
We got saunas to fire you up and ice baths to chill you the fudge out. Literally stock coming out of our ears. Grills, swings, seating and more. So much more. And if we don't got it, give us a buzz and we could probably make it. Get yourself on over to Samurai Aquatics at 30 Aqua Vista Way in Midtown Terrace, San Francisco, lickety split, and gorge yourself on outdoor decor.